How to overcome relationship fear-mongering. Hi, my name is Leah Chantel. Welcome back to my channel for sensitive people to become more proficient in their relationships. And today I'm talking about what do you do if you're constantly afraid of getting into a relationship, or you think you want one, but subconsciously you're afraid. It's a big challenge that sensitive people face. There is so much content on the internet about why the opposite sex, if you're straight, is bad, or why relationships aren't good. And we all have to deal with those fears. And even if we think we consciously want a relationship, if we're not getting what we want, it could be because there's a hidden fear of commitment. There's a hidden fear of actually maintaining a relationship with someone, and you don't know how they're going to behave. You're not sure if they're going to treat you well. You hope that they do and you're optimistic, but you never really know. And so how do you deal with that fear or that unconsciousness around relationships? Because it will come and bite you. You will miss opportunities and you will sabotage your relationships if you're unconsciously thinking that they won't work out. So here's my first tip on how to deal with fear of getting into a relationship. And my number one tip is go into your community and help people. Why is that such a good tip when it comes to your romantic relationships? Because if we're pursuing romantic relationships and dating, aren't we busy trying to meet people? And that's true. But it's very important to stay grounded in relationships in your day-to-day life and with real people. And so you want to go out into your community and really serve. And this is great advice, even if you're in a happy, healthy relationship. There are many phases of uncertainty you can go through, even in a good relationship. And so serving your community reminds you of the goodness of people. If you go to your homeless soup kitchen, what you'll remember is that there are lines and lines of people who are ready and willing to help the homeless. And so human nature has a good side. Yes, we have a dark side. We're constantly reminded about it on the internet and in the news. But we have our goodness as well. And when you're reminded of the goodness of people, you feel more optimistic about potentially starting a relationship with someone. You realize that not everybody's out to get you or hurt you. And really, you just need to show up like a good human being to attract another good human being. And there's nothing quite like that real contact of helping people in your community that will remind you of the goodness of all of humanity. My next tip in order to help you overcome the unconscious fear of relationships is to spend time with friends and family that you really like and love. Don't spend time with the negative Nellies or the people that are divorced and complaining, but spend time with people who lift you up, who are in your family if you're so blessed to have family that lifts you up, or with your friends who lift you up. And remember that life is good. Our friends can sometimes pull us down when they're complaining, and we do want to show empathy. We do want to help and support them because dating is difficult at times, and so we all need support from time to time when we've met a difficult person. But having said that, you want to lean in positive. You don't want to constantly be freaking out about the worst thing that could happen. If you're having concerns and you want to share that, always remember the good as well with the concern. Remember, if people have treated you well in the past, that whatever is going on in the present, there could be a good explanation for it, and to have faith until you otherwise know that the person is not good for you. My third tip in order to really change your attitude on relationships and help you get focused and healthy and ready for your next relationship is to go to the gym or go exercise somewhere. And if it's with other people, that would be better, because if you're in a mixed space where there are people of the opposite sex who are like you around, what that reminds you of is that, again, there are people who want to improve themselves, that they want to grow and achieve something. And that's also very positive influence that will help you get ready for a potential relationship. You'll see that people are not these things that are going to threaten you and you should be afraid of getting into a relationship, but rather human beings are just human beings. Now, as an aside from this, what if you do deal with a difficult human being when you're dating or even in relationship and you have a negative experience? It's okay to heal from that. It's okay to have negative feelings, but make sure you don't cross the line where you're romanticizing your negative feelings and you're hanging on to them too long after they've served their purpose. We all feel the feels from time to time, but you don't want to be idolizing your negative feelings. You don't want to make them God, and that's what a lot of us are guilty of doing. We make our negative attitudes, our criticisms of other people like God, like a universal truth, and then it spreads like a virus across the internet about how bad people are. And so you have to remember that ultimately, yes, people are complicated and there is a good and a bad side, but don't become consumed with the bad, because the more you pay attention to it, the more it feeds into your attitude and the more you're going to struggle when it comes to trusting people and dating people. And this is true in life, not only in dating, but also in work and other relationships like our friends and our community. If we're constantly suspicious and judging people and thinking that they're bad because we've been overwatching the news or we've been overwatching stories on serial killers, then basically we're not going to have happy, healthy relationships with other people. It's okay to pay attention to negative things if you're in balance and you're still a happy person at the end of the day. But if you're feeling sad or depressed about life, don't consume that content. Stick with things that are going to uplift you and make you feel happy about life. And then you've got the best fighting chance to create a happy, healthy relationship, because you have a vibration that attracts peace and calm into your life. You're not attracting more drama.